I'm probably live on Twitch right now as this video is being posted. Do you want to be there? Twitch.tv/dprivate24. I hope to see beautiful people there. What's going on? Back plugged in again. With your boy, The Prophet. Hey, yo, man. So today we got a heart tier list for you guys. And stay tuned because as soon as this next banner comes out, we're going to have tier lists for those subsequent attributes. All right, so more tier lists coming out for you guys. Make sure you let me know what kind of content you personally enjoy the most on the channel, whether it be Bleach Brave Souls content, showcases, summons, anything but summons, because I know everybody loves summons. Okay, and then yeah, if you guys like the regular Bleach content, let me know. If you want to see more Genshin stuff, let me know that as well. And also please make sure to follow me at twitch.tv/dprivate24. But we about to get it popping into this tier list. I hope you guys enjoy the content. Let's get it lit. Trash.
What would you do for the come up? I seen a lot of niggas switching for the come up. They left a nigga down bad, I had to come up. And hustle from the back down into the sun up. I had to switch up, nigga, no, I ain't mad at you. I just had to come up and look at just what that bag could do. I charged into the game, cause I said I won't complain. Ain't been no sunny days, I had to get it out the rain. Look.
Back plugged in again. Alright, y'all, let's go ahead and get right into it. So starting off in D tier, we do have the New Year's Rukia, who she does have Frenzy, unlike these other two characters in the tier. However, her kit is very lackluster. Her first is a lunge that is segmented, and her second is a vortex that just has really weird damage that's not very long. Her third is full screen, and she has a stamina recovery in between quest link. We call them the emo twins, Hamaru and Shizuku. Soul Reaper Killer with pretty much weakening on everything. Melee, they're no affiliation, so no one's going to have killer on them. And like IZ and stuff like that. They are okay at autoing content just because they have weakening and Soul Reaper Killer. So stuff like IZ, they do get a boost with that. But no Frenzy, no Flurry equals no bueno. Same with this Orihime. You know, her NAD is pretty good. She's good for snatching some soul bombs in PvP. Aside from that, she has a heal on her soul bomb, 20 DR, and she's okay in PvP, only just because she can get the soul bomb repeatedly, but she's not a threat. Moving on to the past Mashiro, she is a 12 recharge character with the infinite boost potential. Aside from that, her kit is pretty lackluster. Her lunge is okay, but her third is 900 radius, and it hits in like 3 separate waves, and is very, very slow activation time. All in all, very underwhelming character. This Stark, his kit is, he's a strong attack damage link. He does have Frenzy, just like Mashiro, and you know, pretty much most of the characters on this tier except for Geoduichi. Strong attack damage link. He has Hollow Killer, and between his first and second, he does have a mix of range and melee collision in there, and his third is a full screen. All in all, just kind of an outdated character. He was never really good even when he came out. Not top tier anyways. Moving on to the Geoduichi, she did see some little bit of improvements with her resurrection. Nothing crazy. I'd have liked that they gave her NAD as well as strong attack recharge, because she does have a surrounding vortex. So, you know, it moves with her and it can cause paralysis. I would have also liked that it should have got Havoc, because her third strong attack is only 900 radius, while she does have a lunging first and process on everything with a solid killer. So, and she has long stride, so she's like the only heart character with long stride. Yeah, man, that's pretty much that. She is a great character, but I just wish she would have got more love on her resurrection. I think she would have been better with Frenzy. That gave her Frenzy and then SAR, as well as having NAD. I think it should be great, and at that point, it should be worth max transcendence for sure. But they didn't, so we just got to go with what they gave us, you know. This Noitora is all in all a very underwhelming character. He has range collision split into 3, which is one of the worst first strong attacks as far as overall damage in the game. He does have a charge attack, and he does have burn. So he is one of those characters that if you need a character that to cheese some boss mobs first in Kaimon floors, especially if they need to be a Ronkar or a Spada, then he'll get you a nice solid advantage. As well as, you know, the fact that really just inflicting burn and having a charge attack is going to get him better damage than your average character, but his kit is really lackluster. His second is just a standard you know, 500 plus radius second strong attack, but his first holds him back a lot. Moving on to this Raruka Kampachi Sadkin. She's a solid character overall. She does have a range collision first, but it does eclipse 1,000 radius in front of her on the screen with no back range though, so that's her biggest kind of outlier. Her second strong attack is a 525, just kind of AoE around her, just pretty much same as most characters. That's similar to like the boost or barrier move, except she has a natural 16-second cooldown. With max recharge, it can go down to 8. And then a full screen third. Process on everything with sword per killer. I like her third strong attack though. It looks pretty cool, the animation at least. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and move on to Tsukishima. He's a pretty solid character. It's kind of weird though, right? Because he does have Havoc, but it's 10% Havoc. So that's going to get him 522 radius on his first strong attack. His second strong attack is 577. Melee collision is a party heal. Then his third is an 1100 radius. So he does have Captain Killer as well as long reach sprinter and frenzy devastation and weakening on his first and his soul bomb. So all in all, a pretty solid character. Resurrection definitely helped him a bit, you know, because he did get the stamina recovery link on top of being a full stamina damage. So yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and move on to this Isha next. He does have a beam first strong attack, and his second is a range collision melee collision split. Third is standard full screen. All in all, his kit is very solid, but you know, he's an Arankar killer. Last ditch link. He does have frenzy, but yeah, that's pretty much all there to say. So moving on to this next Kent Fair War Grimjow. This is the alternate rebirth version, and all in all, man, he does have a range collision first, and his second is a standard. It's a distant, like 500 plus AoE attack, and his third is a charge attack. It is a distant charge attack. So all in all, pretty solid. His first strong attack holds him back, as well as having a strong attack damage link. This was Halloween Raruka. Range collision first strong attack. Like her kit really is not all that, and she also has no affiliation killer. So all in all, man, just a very underwhelming character. She does have weakening on everything, so that does help her case, but her kit does not help her. Okay, mainly her first strong attack that holds her back. Moving on next to the swimsuit Nelia, who resurrection definitely boosted her a gigantic amount, giving her a strong attack recharge and strong attack damage link. As far as being a character, I wouldn't really say she's viable. She does have a lunging first strong attack, and her second is a vortex, and her third is a 900 radius. Moving on to A tier, we're going to start off with the Heart Geen, who this character does have Havoc and a strong attack damage link, as well as Frenzy. So lunging first strong attack, so he has a standard 570 lunge. His second though, it is a beam, but it's very narrow. It's a pretty narrow beam, and it's about 1500 radius forward, but the width is like 400 width, so it's pretty narrow all in all. But his third is 1200 radius, so he's a solid character, man. I would like if he, for whatever reason, he has his third strong attack has more AoE than his soul bomb, which is just ridiculous, and that really holds him back. If it wasn't for that, he would still be an S tier character, but we're going to go ahead and move on. Tag team Lukita, lunging first strong attack, 725 beam second, and then he does have a 900 radius third strong attack. Very similar kit to Fullbring Ichigo aside from the third. Double killer being Hollow and Arankar, with pretty much weakening on everything. With the DR link, with Frenzy, you know, the DR link kind of slows him down. If he would have had Sad, he'll be over Geen. Obviously, Geen has a much better third strong attack, but when it's all said and done, Kita does have a better second over Geen, and then Geen has a better first. So, really, yeah, at the end of the day, this is a solid character, especially for the link he has. Alright, we're going to go ahead and move on to Kaname, the Heart Kaname. He does have Havoc with the range collision first, which is 1200 width on front of the screen, so it's a solid, you know, AoE with that. His second is a moving vortex, so has weakening on everything. His third is a 1080 radius. So if he didn't have Havoc, his third would be 900 radius. But, you know, I just wish he would have got a true full screen third, and then he would have a 1200 radius. Then he would definitely be up a lot higher. And really, I think he's still the best Kaname in the game, without a doubt. So this is it, man. If you're a Kaname fan, this is what you got to look forward to, all right? So it is what it is, all right? Loopy, lunging first strong attack, 725 beam second strong attack. His third is 900 radius, which slows him down. He does have a recharge link as well as process on everything with a hollow killer. This Geen, range collision first, and his second is a vortex. Same with actually all three of these units right here have range collision first, vortex second strong attack. So crawling vortex second strong attack. So 20 hits. The differences is he has a full screen third, she has a full screen third, and his charge attack magnifications are absolutely insane. So Uryu can absolutely nuke content with his third strong attack if you place it properly. But all in all, range collision first with the moving vortex second. It's a very slow play style, something that is just a kind of OG crowd control, but the damage dealing is very, very suboptimal. All right, now we're gonna go ahead to our auto / epic raid tier. And with Heart, it's kind of weird because there are some characters that are, Heart has the best auto characters in the game, but some of them transcend auto units. Like, you can't call Tokinada or Heart Grimmjow or Masaki just an auto unit because they're just going to clear so much content, and there's so much versatility with those characters, especially being that they are Heart, which is a neutral attribute. So for right now, these are the this soy phone is the cream of a crop of a character that has flurry but no guard break. So while she has killer, she is going to have a wrong cards, and she's a melee character, right? So there are no melee guard for Aran cards. So she's literally just going to absolutely chew and beat up content, all right? Her second strong attack is a transforming surrounding vortex, 25 hits. So when she stuff like IZ, it's going to help her break guard a lot faster. I kind of wish that she would have got a recharge link. Like, I feel like even with her having flurry, she would have been great with the recharge link. Her normal attack string is absolutely insane. The reach on it is crazy, and she is without a doubt the best Aran card killer autoer in the game, aside from past Kisuke. Yami, Can't Fear on War version, solid character. He was one of the first characters to get a, flurry with the straight PvE killer. So, solid character. Hollows do have a lot of melee guard, and his strong attack kit isn't really built to break guard. So that's pretty much the biggest downside on this character. All in all, he does have burn on everything, so it's going to be good for burn strategies if you need to do that, as well as, him having a hollow killer with flurry, Nad Link. And pretty much that's it, man. He's a very solid character. He cannot be burned at all. He's going to auto anything hollow that you got. All right, just make sure you build him with DR and maybe some last ditch, because a round card killer and a spotted killer happens a lot in IZ. All right, listen, hold on. I just switched Retsu and Kita because I can't even cap. Retsu, even though Kita has a PvE killer, she's still going to rip content up, all right? Healing second strong attack, that's a lunge. Lunging first, and her third is just a quick to snap off full screen third. Her Nad string is going to keep enemies at bay. No, she doesn't have a PvE killer, but she's going to auto with or without killer faster than this Kita, simply because he's ranged and she's melee. So that's going to be the biggest difference. Also, she has a double heal, so one time you do pop her soul bomb, then that's going to revitalize your whole entire team. Not to mention, if you have more dupes of her, she can heal for damn near full damage, if not more, okay? So yeah, man, very OP character, especially for the autoing. She's just still a god tier autoer, no matter how you slice it, with or without killer. This season of Kita, I believe he was the Machine Society, and he's a pretty solid character, pretty cool. He does have a range collision first strong attack, and his second strong attack is a heal, so he can't really break guards consistently with his kit. However, being hollow killer and being ranged with flurry, there are lots of ranged hollow guard, okay? So he's just going to be ping, 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 ping all day long, all right? He's going to clear the content, but it's not going to be pretty and it's not going to be super fast. But he's still a great autoer nonetheless. All right, now we're in our S tier. We're going to talk about the Machine Society Lolly, a very solid character. She has a pretty much the exact same kit as the Power Hikone in his Resurrection form, aside from no Havoc. So she has the 725 beam first, and her second is that suction, melee collision to range collision, projectile fireball, and then her third is the 975 distant AoE. So it has the back range and side range with the forward, lots of forward AoE. And really one of the best third strong attacks in my personal opinion. I think with Havoc, this is the best third strong attack in the game because it's better for autoing and stuff like that. And yeah, it just helps keep your character alive and plant your strong attacks a lot more optimal. She does have a no affiliation killer, so that is one thing. But she does have guard break as well as a bruiser and berserker with burn on everything. So all in all, she's a very solid character. And like I said, if you need a character that's going to help you burn enemies on the floor, she's going to be who you need to go with. This Geoduichi, I would say, is one of the best characters that has a barrier or a boost simply because of her speed. She has 4 flash steps. And aside from that, 14 recharge helps her get that second strong attack back a little bit quicker, about 1 second. Other than that, just a very solid character overall. No berserker or anything, but of course she does have bruiser, and she's an infinite boost unit, so that's her biggest, takeaway. She does have a lunge first strong attack instead of a beam, whereas somebody like Toshiro, if you compare their kit, Toshiro should be above her just because of how powerful his first strong attack is. But the good thing about Toshiro is his second is considered as a ranged move, so he can break guard with all of his strong attacks. However, he does have her beat in the first strong attack, head-to-head first strong attack. His is significantly better, but she boosts and keeps the team alive with the infinite boost possibility. And he doesn't have SAR. He has full stamina damage, so if he takes some damage, he loses most of his biggest damage boost. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the movie one Ichigo, a slept on unit he's forgotten about just because he can never come because of how his release. He's released as an exclusive movie character, which K-Lab has to get rights for whenever they re-release it. So, this character has only come back about 2 or 3 times since he's been released. 14 recharge link. His biggest downside is that he doesn't have any devastation at all. So if he does get resurrected and he gets devastation, we're going to have one of the best units in the game for hollow killer for heart, because he has the double lunge kit, he already has Havoc, and yeah, his third is already full screen, so he's just a solid unit. He only lacks devastation and some type of status element. Maybe if he had weakened defense on his soul bomb, I could excuse no devastation, but all in all, he's a solid character. He's great right where he's at. Alright, now this is where some really hard decisions had to be made, getting into our S plus tier. And I was going to separate these characters, maybe do a separate tier, but all in all, this pretty much works perfectly because I don't feel like none of these characters is a giant leap above any other. I feel like, first of all, True Bankai Ichigo, I feel like he's better than the characters in S. So he has to be right here. So there's really no way to separate these characters. Now, however, there's going to be a lot of debate and a lot of talk as far as who goes where. All in all, I would say that Shuhei doesn't have a better kit than Apache or Retsu, or even really this Nanao or Senju Maru. The thing he has on these two is the second strong attack. His second strong attack comes back every 8 seconds versus theirs is 20 seconds. And then versus Apache, who definitely, if we're ranking this on best, kit, it would be like, this is how it would go. Blam, blam, and blam. This is how it would be. But, since they don't have killer and killer is magnified in most content, that is something huge. That is really, really huge. So all in all, Apache does have a better kit than him, but she's going to be losing out on damage magnifications out the wazoo. All right. her soul bomb has it has such crazy magnifications. She has the weakened defense on it, and she has a better kit than him. Her second strong attack is just massively better. Even her first is better. All right, all right. So the thing about it is, it's hard to decide between these two because she definitely has a better kit, and she has some intrinsic, like her soul bomb has insane magnifications, and she has a heal on top of it with weakened defense. So, but his soul bomb has crazy mags as well with the debuff, but that only affects one wave of enemies. But where he pretty much wins out is the killer. All right, he pretty much wins out because of killer. He just gets extra damage more often than not. Hisagi does have a better killer. I wish he would have got a, resurrect, last ditch built into his kit after he popped the soul bomb or something. But anyways, Apache, she does have a unique kit. She has a 1200 radius length and width beam, so only one other person has that right now, and it's going to be, well, she's not out just yet, but basically right now this list is out. Apache has a unique first strong attack, melee collision of course, and she has the best second strong attack in the game standardly, and a full screen 1200 radius third strong attack. Where she lacks is her killer. It's a spotted killer, and that's just basically she's going to be a guild quest bot. Essentially, you're not going to use her much content outside of that, but overall she's still one of the best heart SP characters in the game. Moving on to Mogetu, the main reason he still has his place is because of weakening, first of all. And he has double killers with the triple flash step. Retsu has a better first, and they have the same second and third. She does have guard break and 40 bruiser berserker, and he doesn't have any berserker. But weakening does make up a huge chunk of that difference. On top of that, he has double killers. So overall, Mogetu does deserve his place here. But if we're going by kit, Retsu would definitely be here, okay? But I'll just go ahead and keep Retsu here. The thing that she has over Sad, she's never going to have killer. Human is just not going to happen. That's like Sengaimon, alright? This Kampachi Sadkin, one of the highest damage dealing characters in the game. However, strong attack damage is not really the way to go. Strong attack recharge is definitely the best way to go. And if he had strong attack recharge, he would easily be in the S plus or at top of S plus or God tier. Alright. He does have a lunging first. His second is a 725 beam. So Retsu, Mogetu, all these characters have a better second strong attack, aside from Shuhei, that are above him. But he does have a Zeta Pill built in with the transformation mechanic as well, which gets him even higher magnification and resets his strong attacks twice at the end of 20 seconds. So very, very high damage dealing potential with this character. All in all, he's very cozy in S+. Senju Maru, the best first strong attack in the game, 870 with 3000 length beam. That's the first time I've said that this whole entire tier list. And her third is 1200 radius. She has a 690 barrier move. I wish she had a boost barrier. Would have made a lot more sense for her since her clothing boosts you up. You dig me? But around card killer, I would say the only thing Shuhei has on her is that her second comes back every 20 seconds versus his comes back every 8. If it were just a battle, if she had the same type of cooldown second strong attack, she'll be way up. She does get that damage to lacerated enemies, and her first is drastically better than Shuhei Isagi's, alright? Moving on to the 1000 Blow War Nanao. Very great character. She is, like, once again, just like Apache with the spotted killer. Pretty similar kit to Senju Maru, actually. Havoc with paralysis on everything instead of lacerate. Bruiser Berserker. She does have beam first, a barrier boost second strong attack, and then her third is 1200 radius full screen. So I would say she just barely beat out a character like Renji, just because I think Renji's going to clear most content faster. But overall, her co-op prowess giving her a boost and a barrier is going to be very, very great. She's not going to have a killer really except for guild quests and maybe like a boss and like co-op and stuff like that. So you will see it more than like human killer or something like that. Alright, moving on to TT Renji. I know Riddler's somewhere like about to write me a long comment like, what did you done? But I just feel like the fact that since You know, Mogetu has weakening. I just feel like he should be up a bit higher because weakening is king these days. You know, Ranger does have that charge attack with Havoc, so he does have a 1080, you know, charge attack with double the damage of any character on this list as far as his third strong attack after you charge it for 3 seconds. His first is a melee collision, just kind of circle around him. A lot of people aren't very fond of that, but I'm not really bothered by his first. You just kind of got to get in the middle of where the 2 waves are going to spawn, and you'll kill perfect just like any standard lunge because it's standard lunge reach, except he does have Havoc. His second strong attack is a 750 distant AoE with some back and side range. So his second isn't quite 800 radius, but it's the next best thing. All right, so this character does clear content at pretty much virtually the exact same speed as Mogetu, and he does have a slightly better second killer. So kind of keep that in mind, that this Renji is still one of the best top tier heart characters in the game. Altered Bankai Mayuri, triple flashed up, lunging first strong attack, 725 beam second strong attack, 900 radius third strong attack, and he does have 100% all status immunity. All right, he does already come with 20 Bruiser Berserker with process on everything. Okay, so he is a very good character, one of the best heart SP characters for Soul Reaper killer. That's just how you slice it. I tested him versus True Bankai Ichigo a long time ago, and Mayuri did come out on top. All right, because and also he has triple flash steps with the pure status immunity. Like, that's just goated. TBI, pretty much he does have a better first strong attack than Mayuri. It's a bit smoother and lunges a bit farther, but you know, all in all, he does have to rely on transforming to have that additional magnification, which shouldn't really be a problem for him. But he doesn't have any status elements. You know what I mean? That's really the main thing about him. Also, if he would have got like a insta kill on his soul bomb, something like that, I just feel like he needed just one more thing on him, you know. But all in all, man, such a great character, weaken resistance and paralysis resistance, so he's going to be a great autoer, aside from the fact that he's going to just waste a second strong attack. Okay, but all in all, great character and one of the fan favorites of all time in Bleach Brave Souls. All right, y'all, this is where gods are made. All right, this is where gods are born. And I know y'all are like, what? Hold on, D. How you got Masaki over Tokinada? Oh my god, how you doing it? All in all, Masaki is an overall better character, except for one fact, that Tokinada does have a better first strong attack. Just consider though, Masaki has something better, which is hidden enemy chance 100%. So you're always going to get extra damage with your Masaki build over your Tokinada build, because you always have to do a Zeta pill so he can hit those hidden enemies. Otherwise, he's going to die. That's Tokinada's whole big thing, is that he clears content so fast, you won't necessarily worry about him having to die. But underground enemies can cause him to die. So Masaki's going to auto content better because she has the boost as well as a shield. Mind you, if you're autoing, right? Not manual play, you're not transforming with Tokinada. You're just not, okay? So when you're using him manual and something like co-op, you will transform, and that is where he gets his biggest boost at. All in all, Toki just has a standard 20 bruiser with 25% normal attack damage, whereas Masaki already has a 60% bruiser, all right? On top of having a boost and a shield move. And her second is 800 radius strong attack boost move. That is, I've been asking for that for years. Like, if Oetsu would have got an 800 radius boost move, he would have been the best tech character in the game. No cap, because his auto and manual would be impeccable. So as far as kits go, Masaki is absolutely god tier. You really can't do any better. Aside from her first is range collision, but you don't need to break guard with her because she already has a guard break, okay? So at the end of the day, her first really doesn't matter, all right? You can use it if you need to, you know, get some enemies out your face, but all in all, she has an innate 80% bruiser and then boost on top of hidden enemy skill, on top of poise, All right, she's just overall all around a better character. No, she's not really going to have killer, being no affiliation, but there are some instances where she will have killer. But yeah, when Tokinada has killer, he is going to hit harder than her. So just keep that in mind if it's something like IZ where killer is boosted. Other than that, she does have her own weak, which is no affiliation. And she's the queen at that. No one is a no affiliation assist character better than her. So she is very much needed if you care about that. But Tokinada, one of the best characters in the game. Same thing that makes Masaki great. Flurry with guard break and the best type of range nat in the game. It means one hit, rips absolutely through you, can kill all your homies, like just the best type of nat string. And Tokinada does have a great kit. He does have a beam first strong attack, which is melee collision, which only grows in length after he transforms and uses soul bomb. All of his strong attacks transform with giving him enhanced magnifications as well, but that only lasts 20 seconds. So after that, he goes down to being standard with Masaki hitting harder than him. But all in all, Toki's still one of the best characters in the game, okay? Some people might be wondering why Desert Society Rukia is higher than like Hisagi. Well, it's because her second strong attack is way better than his, and her third is a distant AoE charge attack. So it hits double the damage as Hisagi, and essentially the range is going to be similar because Hisagi's going to waste a lot of, off-screen range that he just never really going to use except in certain specific cases, whereas her third, you're going to get that all off. When you get that charge, you got back range, side range, and a lot of distant forward range. She has a built-in last ditch as well as 3 flash steps with weakening on everything, with a better killer than Shuhei. So all in all, I would definitely say that Rukia is a top tier cream of the crop character. That's not even mentioning her potion skill. If she had Havoc, she would easily be the best heart character in the game, aside from someone like Chojuro, who does have the best kit in heart. Chojuro had the best kit in heart, but he has one of the weakest killers. Captain Killer does not come very often. It's a lot worse than Soul Reaper Killer, okay? So all in all, Chojuro has the God kit, same as Noel, SS Biak, Bankai Shinji, Lele Baro. He has an 870 beam, a 960 second strong attack distant AoE, and then a 1200 radius full screen third, with extra damage to paralyze enemies on paralysis on everything. A great character. The thing that holds him back is his killer. If he would have had something that paralyzes enemies when he walks around, like Yamamoto's innate skill, I would say he would go higher than Rukia in that case. But he doesn't, so we'll keep him where he is. And the best auto in the game for single player content is without a doubt Truth's Grimjow, the Heart Can't Fear in War version. Without a doubt, man. Zeta Pill, Flurry, Hidden Underground skill with Soul Reaper Killer, DR, just absolutely crazy character. Double lunging kit, and his third is a suction that brings enemies closer, then blows them up so you can just beat them down with that normal attack. All in all, Heart has some of the best. Like, look at God tier, bro. You got 3 Flurry guard break characters in God tier versus some other attributes. Like, this would all be SP characters. There's no other way except like Mind. But yeah, man, that is the Heart tier list, and I really do hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and follow me, twitch.tv/dprivate24, if you want to catch my daily streams. I do appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys for more BBS content. Till next time, I do love y'all. I'm out.
All them people done doubted me.